Parental advisory. There is adult language in this podcast episode. Watch at your own discretion. Yay!
What's up, baby?
Ah!
God, it's so good to see you. So good to hear you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What up, baby?
Not much, man. I just got done.
Yeah, well, I know. How was that? How was
Yeah.
it?
Good. Block is texting me about it right now. We're trying to analyze and possibly even redo the episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which would be the first one, but I'm open to redoing it.
Yeah.
I would post it. I would post it.
Yeah, I mean, just content. Is this live right now? Are we recorded?
We are. Yeah.
All right. So for those who don't know what just happened, so let me just go back a second, actually. So 4 days ago, I wake up from a text. It's 6 a.m. your time, 8 a.m. my time, and it's like, hey, I want you to be on my podcast. And I was like, all right, this is some generic fucking thing. Colin said that. So a mass number of people, hey, join my thing, watch it. No big deal. I'm fine with that. And so I respond, be like, I'll check it out. And then through text, I was like, oh shit, he's serious. He wants me on his podcast. Dope, right? So then I get all stoked. It's the day of, it's supposed to be 8 p.m. here. I'm like, I get ready, put my makeup on, and I'm ready for you. And all of a sudden I text you, and Colin goes, oh shit, I double booked. So I was like, oh, he definitely fucked with me. He definitely, this is all a sham.
Yeah.
Up until this point.
Yeah.
I was like, this motherfucker got me good. How was it though? It was good, you and Black?
I thought it was good. I would totally post it because it's an honest portrayal of our relationship, even though there's maybe some awkward beats. I can still go in
parts.
And I can still go in and edit out the dead air,
Yeah.
That exists.
Do you do a lot of back end editing on this stuff?
With certain episodes, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, does it bother you to do editing on it?
No.
Cool.
No, not at all.
Well, that's awesome. And so how was the runtime for it?
Close to 55, 58 minutes, something like that.
In Cameron's episode, I should just say in Cameron's episode because each one has you in it. In Cameron's episode, you guys talked about Riley's and a specific part in that. I went back and listened to that specifically, and that was cool. Is there anything in Black's episode you want to go over, or should we just post it and then I'll see it when I see it?
Interesting.
Because he said in his episode, Cameron was like, I heard Riley talk about religion. I just wanted to get in there, and I heard him do it, and I want to do the same thing for different reasons. I agree with a lot of what he said, but it was just fascinating. I know if anybody from Compass or anybody who knows me sees this, they're gonna just want to, every single thing I say, they're gonna want to. I want to interject, Johnny, shut the fuck up. Yeah. So, yeah.
I would agree with everybody. You're my seventh. This is my seventh. Yeah.
I thought it was your fifth or sixth.
Seventh, third one today, actually.
Yeah. How you feeling? Are you all right?
Good. I got 6 shots of espresso and a little chocolate milk. And Joe Miller.
I knew you do Joe.
Yes.
I was surprised you didn't do Joe. I thought it was gonna be Riley, Joe, Tristan, Cameron, Hugh, and then Josiah if you can find him. I thought, Josiah reached out to me actually. Do you remember? You were in my cohort. Do you remember Tea Time with Timmy with Josiah?
Yes. Yep. I
don't know where it is, but dude, I know he texted me, and he's not watching this, but if he was, it's just this awkward, creepy Tea Time with Timmy thing that we made in 2014 maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know where it is.
End of 14.
It was that winter, and it was in Hugh's basement. Mm-hmm. And it was just so creepy. He made us. This is one of those weird things in film. He said, "I can't do this unless everybody turns around." So we set the camera up, and we turned. I think he was looking, but myself, Tristan might have been in the group. No, he wasn't. We just couldn't look. It was just so funny. We kept
he was asking you because I inquired about it. We're in a group text, me, Josiah, and Hugh, as TMI.
As the boys.
Yes.
Yeah. You guys were a ruckus back then. So he asked me, I didn't know where it was. I looked, Compass must have it somewhere. But Aaron, you know him.
We still want to make a music video to Backflip. We are fully.
That was I haven't heard that sales pitch in years.
Yeah, yeah.
Do a backflip. Do a backflip.
Yeah, dude.
Do it for a girl. Do a backflip. I don't even remember the premise of that. I just remember that there was like you came up to me. It was in a car. I think it was in like you had a big car at one point? No, you just had that little small buggy thing. Fuck. Anyways, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna have you or somebody do backflips in front of random girls."
Yeah.
Music video. I was like, I seem like a pompous asshole. I'm totally in. I mean, that's perfect. How did that your guys' group chat just came up and you're like, hey, I wanna.
Yeah. We were really trying to meet up last fall. And it kept just like people, one of us at least wouldn't respond.
Yeah.
And we still are talking about it right now. We were just like in February, we were like, yo, let's meet up. I'm serious. Let's film this thing. Because if we met up, it would specifically be for Backflip.
But dude, I understand. Okay, now I don't want to sound like a dick here, but I understand the drive to make creative content. But sometimes I feel like if I wanted to meet up with Hugh, last time I saw Hugh, we did a project together. But I feel like if I wanted to go meet with you, I wouldn't want to do work. I'd want to just, have Colin time. I mean, that's just me. I feel like I couldn't be productive. Back in college where we had projects every week, It was like, all right, let's do projects. I feel like for me, I'd be like, let's just cuddle on the couch. Why are we making a video?
Right.
I don't know. You think you're gonna crush it?
I would love the collaboration. That's what I would really
add that in yours.
Yeah. Collaboration with Jonny. I don't remember. Unfortunately, our friendship became personal. It was never like we worked on things.
We didn't work. Also, our relationship, it wasn't like ups and downs like you're describing blocks in yours. Like there's a couple of people at Compass I did not have an open, very friendly relationship with. Surprisingly enough, because I'm fucking Jonny Clark. I'm the most friendly, open, bubbly guy.
Right.
But you and I bonded friendly before we did professionally.
Yes.
I don't think we've ever worked on a project specifically and not goofed off.
No.
Gosh, I can recall a number of people who like Rachel, for instance, where we just work. No, I don't know. You and I just kind of just had a funny fucking time.
I like that.
Me too. No, I'm not bagging on it.
Yeah. Like when you moved away, every time you would come back to Michigan, I loved that you would reserve a spot for me. That's like all I could ask.
It wasn't a spot. I'll tell you right now. You're making me sound like some busy motherfucker. When I came back to Michigan, there were certain people I had to see. Not because of my schedule, because it made me feel good. And you were still in Michigan. I'll tell you right now, there's a number of people who went to Compass who were in Michigan that I didn't see. Right. I think you told me one time that there was a group of people that were bowling or something. And it was like Noah and Dalad and Kiowa. And I went to see them, but to all their respects, I would always choose you out to make sure I could see you because we just had that bond.
Yeah.
I have an album on my phone, Colin. I can pull it up right now.
Really?
Dude, so anything from the LA trip of those selfies you took, remember those? The 30? Yeah.
I totally forgot.
Let me just pull it up. I know you can do some post, but I'm just going to pull my phone up. It's right here. Colin Everett. Here's the first bit. But it was always a funny a Woody repartee thing, whereas I had other Paul Rice, he's a bro. I would edit with him and it was always professional. Funny as hell, but I don't think it would be then professional. It was always a professional friend.
That's crazy. I hadn't thought about what? No, I hadn't thought about that before. That's really
No, I went home to see family, to see friends, and I am closer with high school friends than I am college friends today. I would say you, Rachel, and a couple people. I'm like you, probably with Brazil. You probably have a couple of friends from different places, whether it's camps or Brazil or what have you, that are closer than just college. But you were definitely one of them. You're one of the ones who got away, Colin.
Yeah. Well, dude, I remember making you laugh like the first or second day of
Dude, I can tell the story if you want me
Oh, go ahead.
to. I keep talking. Let me just, it's my podcast.
Oh, yeah, you're my
So this is bottom of Compass. So there's 2 floors. This is the bottom floor. Underneath the staircase, by the couch, between the checkers tables, right? Checker tables.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on this side, and I was like, you were Tristan on the other side, and whatever it was, you picked up a checkers piece and went, and I just, my body convulsed. I had like a seizure. I had a freaking stroke, all in the same motion, and I was peeing, crying myself. I've never seen something so funny and pure in like just. And at that moment, I had to know more. You gave me the
right,
the grandma thing. There was a list of things you did that made me just, Colin, you're probably one of the funniest people I know just by your expressions and mannerisms. You're not the jokes you tell, just the character you portray.
Thank you so much.
Now you can talk.
Well, I just remember watching you drop to the ground, and that was just the best. I was like, yeah, okay, this is like,
I got this guy.
I need to continue.
Well, and you told me at one point, this is a little more serious. You told me at one point when you did stand up that if someone was not laughing in the audience, you focus on that person. That was like a fear you had. You'd focus on that one guy who wouldn't laugh. Now, I'm not trying to say that I was like a kiss ass, but there wasn't one time where you made a joke that I was gonna fake laugh, right? It was like I was always that one audience member that you knew if you made a face to, you'd fucking get me. And there's only a handful of people who can do that. And you definitely, dude, you brought your A game a couple times. I mean, I'll send you some of the clips on my phone. There's one on set of, what was that one? Paul DP'd. It was a capstone film. The girl who got like, it was her dad. She was like, had like special powers. It was Boca. What? Is on that set, you were on the couch with Kiowa. And you had your hat, and you went like that.
Yes.
I have that video.
I remember this. I
have that on my phone. There's just a number of them that are hilarious, man. So it was always that friendship first, which was light. You know, you had to have allies and stuff in a college experience. And you definitely, you crushed it. You're fucking hilarious, Colin. Congratulations.
I became harsh on you really quickly with my thoughts.
Oh, yeah. Which is fine.
And I wish that I could pinpoint it back. I just remember, you know what it was?
Tell me.
I have just as much of a desire for attention.
As I do?
As you do.
Holy shit, it's a lot.
But I was not courageous enough to go about it.
Yeah.
And you took it, and I think it was an alpha male well, go fuck yourself type of event.
Hey man, I don't resent you for it all. I understand that, and I do that on a day-to-day basis. My best friend, when I first met him, I said, fuck this guy. He's like cooler, more attractive than me. He's gonna get the girls. He's like funnier than me. 8th grade, we're best friends. I put that aside and I said, this kid's awesome, Yeah. I'm never gonna compete with you, Colin, for hilarity. But as far as the spotlight goes, dude, I can't stop it. Whatever it is about me. I crave to be seen in a crowd of people. I have to be, that's that guy with the bow tie. That's the guy with the hair. That guy won't shut the fuck up. Who is that guy?
Right.
So I don't know why. I'm not trying to blame you. We had a back and forth that wasn't positive for a while, but I mean, you're in a class of 30 fucking kids, all film students that want to be the fucking next big thing.
Yeah.
You're going to have some back and forth.
And when you and Josiah left, because I really connected with them and went hard with them.
Bitch, when Tristan left, and you also left, we're in the hallway, and you go, Colin's back. He goes up to me, he goes, and Tristan's coming back too, and I lost my shit. He goes, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I know.
Dude.
So cruel.
That was terrible. So you lost your friends. I'm not saying she wasn't my friend or anything, but you lost your tight niche. I think Chris and I were really tight. Or tighter. I resented Jalan.
Really?
Because they were buddies on religion, on like rapping, all this different stuff. All I had was that Tristan and I were like these like cute little kids who like were adorable, That was it. And so I was like, I don't have a lot of friends at this college. I was expecting to go for some experience that wasn't. Let's fuck Compass. Why are we talking about it right now? What else is going on?
I remember your friendship with Tristan.
Yeah.
Being a special one.
It was anything from like we would talk about his lack thereof love life, to family, to friends, to we'd hang out all the time. Well, all the time. We'd hang out as much as we can. I thought he was funny too. But as all things pass, I haven't talked to the kid in probably 3 years.
That's crazy.
As everybody else. I don't harp on it. It's not like I'm like resentful or bitter.
No.
But there was a time where I was like, Jelon, I want this friend, you know?
Oh, yeah. Jealousy of friends is
who couldn't stand me and then ended up loving me was Chris Mack.
Oh, yeah.
He hated me. Now he loves me.
Wow.
Or that sounds really shitty. Now we talk and we're good friends.
Yeah, totally.
He like will bounce ideas off of me and I'll bounce ideas off of him. He does music videos all the time.
I want to have him on.
You should. He actually, I could list you a number of people that would love to be on this from college.
Sure.
He, what was that?
Please do.
Yeah. Well, for him specifically, he does music videos all the time. And his effects work is crazy. So you should collaborate with him on that. He always sends me stuff, and I'm just always just like, Paul Rice can edit circles around you, but credit where credit's due. You crushed it. Yeah, dude. I feel like I specifically said Hugh Josiah, Joe, but you could get on some different people that you didn't really connect with, like I don't know, Caleb Kilgore maybe.
Sure.
If you can get a hold of him, he's really hard to reach. Like I've never.
He is.
Dale Dare, maybe.
I'm even thinking maybe even somebody like Les or Liz.
Oh, dude. Good people. Those are good people. I watched a reel recently when Les slapped you.
Yeah.
Dude, insane.
So funny, dude.
So
that project.
I loved it. I freaking loved it. So
what can I share of yours on the bio? Do you have a professional, like you work because you create videos, right?
I'm basically right now I'm essential, but I work in news right now. So anything from live broadcasting to narrative TV. Like we just popped out a season 4 of this TV show I worked on just today, and we just sent out the first draft of it, and it's almost done. I'm so stoked about it. Wow. But that's something I pour my heart and time into is shooting and editing of that TV show. It's like a narrative 26 episode per season. It's a lot of freaking episodes. Dude, usually 13 is like the standard for like, it's like a traveling reality thing. But it's 26 episodes and it's a lot of nonstop work, but we like it. What was your question? That's my biggest, if you remember Hugh's house, like Taco Bell runs and all that stuff, when we used to, you know, my biggest question was, what did I just say? What were we talking about?
Yeah.
And I'm not even high right now.
I am.
Oh, dude. Well, I should smoke then.
Oh, you should.
Are you actually high?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right, maybe in a second. You keep talking. I'll figure out the name.
All right. Yeah. So where are you right now?
I'm in Nashville. I'm in downtown Nashville.
I love that you've made that work. You've been there for several years.
3 years.
Wow.
Well, what is it? 2020? I moved down here after 2017 was graduation. It's almost been 3 years. And you say you love that I've made that work. This sounds shitty. I don't. I never wanted to move to Nashville. I loved Michigan. I loved, the people. I loved the coast. I loved the water. I loved Michigan. I wanted to move to Austria. Originally, I was going to move to Florida with Cameron for EA Sports. Remember that?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That was our plan. I actually forgot about that right now. That was our plan. Cameron and Johnny were going to go to the gaming filming aspect, which was about to pop off. All this EA sports stuff is huge. That was the plan, but I was going to go to Red Bull in Austria. But Nashville popped up for the Walking Dead stuff that I did for about a year and a half. And that was good. I loved it. I had a good time. I built relationships and got to do a lot of cool experiences. But then I transferred to this, which is live TV at a national broadcasting company called RFD TV. And it's fun, But Nashville's not my place, man. You're out West Coast. I would die to have the same set of people and company where you are: Colorado, California, Washington, or Oregon.
Yes.
Tri-Cities, where are you again?
Tri-Cities is Tristan. That is in Washington, right above me.
Okay.
I'm in Oregon. And then California, it would cost me $90 one way in gas to get to Los Angeles from right here.
Dude, it would cost me a week to go to California from where I am, maybe more, because I drive 4 hours and then pass out because I'm terrible. Well, my next move is going to be Colorado, I think.
Please. Yeah, get over
That's what I want. And then I can be closer. Not only be closer to you. You and Hannah and Cameron talked about, I'll move here, move there, come to Chicago, come. But I've always wanted to be in the mountains, somewhere more natural, less city.
Yeah.
Dude, not to speak negative of Nashville, but it's just another big town with lots of sorority parties and bachelorette parties and country music. It's just something I'm not, into.
Yeah.
Michigan was always, I had you to my house at one point. No, what? Yes.
Oh, yeah. Several times.
It was just forest. There's Blueberry Field. There's the lake.
Yeah.
There's no neighbors. You could pee outside. No one's going to see you.
Right.
I walk out my door. There's 20 other tenants.
What's going on?
I don't know. What was that?
My mom.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I've actually heard 1,000 things about your family, but I've never met them. You play jokes with your sister all the time, and I never stop laughing. It's the relationship that's Anyways,
I like to promote the abuse. No,
it's funny. I'm the same way. We're talking about traveling and Michigan being more natural than Nashville, and as a whole, I've been here 3 years, and I'm ready to move on.
Man, I'm so excited for your career to continue to pick up and to see it progress, because you're just like I said with Cameron and all of these people in these episodes, you guys are not contacts that I intend on losing.
Never. There's not a single person or friend you have, Colin, that you should intend on losing. Cameron a number of times says you could reach out and be, I want to be in sports, I want to be in broadcast, I want to do E&G cameras I've considered reaching out to him a couple times, but they're all contacts that have your back and your front. So I feel like if you weren't high, you'd find me more funny, and that's pissing me off. But anyways, don't lose the context, man. They're all, and this is gonna help. This whole Zoom thing. What are you calling this podcast?
F is for friends.
I thought that was just Karen's episode, but F is for friends.
Yeah.
So this whole podcast is gonna solidify those contacts that you have previously in Roots and say, hey, in the future, let's work together, let's collaborate. Chris, Cameron, there's a number of people that are just so good. They're like, what's his name? He had a twin brother. He was the gaffer every freaking film.
Oh, Proper.
The Propers of Compass that are so hardworking that overtask my silly ass that you can't lose those contacts. They're the freaking next big thing.
True.
I don't know, man. I'm spacing out to times of extreme busyness and stress in college, and now it's totally different.
And we don't have to make the podcast only about college and
but we had that as a connection. We can make it about Bigby. We used to go to that. There was a name, dude. There was a name. Remember the Bigby across the street, the Checkers?
Oh yeah,
you call it that thing. I love, dude. Good freaking times.
Checkers and Bigby.
Dude,
to all
every day. German mocha. Actually, dude, all the time. That was we were in Mark's class. We keep talking about it, but we're in Mark's class and we're like, hey, let's go do a Checkers when we go there and get those $3 sliders and stuff.
And if you couldn't go, I wouldn't find a replacement. I just wouldn't go. If Johnny can't go,
And your old car, I freaking love that thing.
Yeah.
That.
Dude. Oh, dude, that car.
It had miles on it, but we loved that car.
You know what sent me out of Michigan was that car breaking down.
That was the final, because you
That
lived
was,
downtown, basically, just outside, close to M45,
I've lived,
in that 3-bedroom with.
no, no, I lived, when I left Michigan, I lived with Kyle.
I know, but no. While you were in Michigan, that final stretch, you were
Yeah.
living with in that 3-bedroom, or I think it was like a house with Proper. No, who was there?
No, no.
No,
That,
there was a.
that was several houses ago.
Ugh, whatever. I slept on that couch. I offset them
Yeah.
into a bed.
So
I don't
that
know.
house
Yep,
with the Propers,
both of them.
both of them,
Oh wow, that's a lot of props.
both of them, and then Steve Bailey.
Oh yeah, that's who I was thinking. I thought it was
Mhm.
Dale.
And then I moved to Chicago with Cameron and lived with Cameron for a couple months.
When was this?
This was end of 2017.
Okay,
August to October, I was in Chicago, and it
my
was
life was so
horrible.
busy.
It
I
was a
was.
horrible experience.
Why is that?
Um, so expensive. I was so
Uh,
stupid. I racked up $800 in tolls because I didn't know that going back and forth.
You didn't know the cameras and the toll booths and the highway freeway, dude.
I had no business
No
making
one
those drives as often as I did.
did. Okay, yeah, fair. They'll get you, man. You gotta get those iPasses or whatever they're called. E-pass, iPass,
And
Z-pass.
I've still never paid them.
How does that happen? You can get like, are you like a wanted criminal now, like a 5 stars?
At least it'll go to collections. That's what I would
Okay.
imagine, and hurt my credit a little bit, but
I don't know.
neither here nor there. Um,
You know, I want to talk about something you said on yours and Cameron's podcast about like the stimulus checks and all that stuff. You talked about spreading instantly, dude. If I'm a Jew to the ends of the earth, if a penny comes in, I can't freaking get rid of it.
wow.
It's stupid. My heart goes out to you, but I wish I was able to open things up more than I do because I usually am like no. Like I'm so frugal, it's stupid.
Oh man, I'm. What's the opposite of frugal? Because I'm that. I when I
Not frugal.
was uh,
Look it
uh
up. No, I'm not looking it up.
when I was in Compass, dude, I had probably $5,000 per semester in my account. That's what I would take out from student loans just to live on. And it was supposed to last me about $1,000 a month. It's supposed to last me like the whole semester, which was usually like 4 or 5 months, right? Something like that.
Yeah, 5. Yeah, because 6 is half a year. Yeah, it makes sense.
Um, so by month 2, I was like, I need a
I need to dip in
job.
this again. Well, what were you spend it on? Just like hookers and blow.
Uh, uh, Entertainment, definitely.
Okay,
It was
like movie tickets?
definitely foolish decisions, and some illegal. It was also just unnecessary buys. Oh, I'm gonna buy this and never use it. It was a lot of that.
But that was what college was about. Was just like gear that we didn't need that we thought we wanted, but we didn't actually need.
Yeah, I didn't realize that I would be paying all that back. Or I guess I did, but I was just like,
The ramifications didn't really meet you at that level. They came over your head.
I was 19. I mean,
Yeah,
I went back to school. Like, I should have done what Tristan did and just gone for the associates, not gone back. But at the same time,
see, I don't know, man. Half of me says yes, half of me says no. Like, although you can get out scot-free and there's less student loans and all that stuff, I feel iffy about having an associate's at a film school. And I'm not to say that it doesn't work out, but like I would say the vast majority of people who did that path in our class when internships stopped being a thing for associates, that would sketch me out. And that's me personally. That's Jewish Johnny personally saying that just doesn't seem like that's. But neither here nor there, man.
yeah.
How's comedy going? You do anything comedy wise?
In the quarantine, I wrote a lot of stand up. A lot of them were bits that I've done and no work, and I'm revising them even to this day. So,
Yeah.
because why not? I just need to tweak and tweak. I haven't done stand up since September, so that's a long time.
Yeah. Well, I
Um,
mean, it's difficult to get on, and I follow a lot of comedians, whether it's like Dave Chappelle or Chris D'Elia or and I love them. It's difficult to get into that mode and that mentality, but again, with that whole thing we talked about earlier about the whole wanting attention, wanting the focus, you got it, man.
Yeah.
You got it. Want it. You got it.
I've been pursuing digital comedy instead. So, like my TikTok, I have.
Oh yes, dude.
Yeah.
Which is, if I can cut you off for the 10th time, we're waiting for the 11th. There's a number of times I would be in college on like iFunny or Reddit. I have these also on my phone where I would see one of your skits on like a Vine or whatever pop up on one of my favorite things, and I'd be like, Colin, look at this, and it had like so many freaking views, and I'd pull it up in class. It was like your content spreading across the internet to things I was in. I saw you do it in person, and I saw it online. Whether it was the you and Noah, the Rawhide, there was that, or whatever. Those that they were always just on different platforms. I heard on yours and Cameron's episode that you had so many Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts and YouTube accounts and TikToks, and I don't doubt it. There's also a disconnect there. Without having that one guy in the audience you talked about that doesn't like you, the digital format makes every single audience member, a little arm's width away, arm length.
I delete negative comments. I can just, nope, that's not going to be up there. I catch comments immediately. I will it won't sit there for more than 3 minutes. I'm like, bam, you're gone.
Could you imagine if you could do that in real life? Like there's some asshole, hey, fuck you.
Bye-bye.
That would be pretty dope. Everyone fucking laugh now.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I got that Joker poster fucking sitting.
I was going to say that sounds like a Joker thing. But I mean, you definitely crush when it comes to the short form narrative comedy. And dude, and anybody who's watching, there's a number of videos Colin has sent me in multiple situations at work, at the airport, on the pot that have made me cackle. And there was a time where I told Colin, I cannot respond. I don't know how to respond. They're so funny. And just how do you respond to something that's making you pee? Like, you're not going to be like, hey, I'm peeing my pants right now.
Right, yeah.
Johnny, you suck. You're a loser. Well, thanks. Now I feel because I'm laughing at your joke.
It was so funny, dude.
Oh, man. And it could be anything from you picking on your sister to being like, you in the car, you would say things to random people go by. We were going to Tim Allen's show in LA, and some guy came up to us, and you like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah.
Remember that in Les's car?
Oh, yeah.
Dude.
He was picking on us. He stood in front of our car as it was green, and we were like, and I had just downed a Four Locos. I had just slammed a Four Locos in a matter of 5 minutes, and I got slammed. I remember that is the hardest I have ever had to piss in my life. To that trip, I'm not even joking, dude.
Really?
And that was part of the reason. Yeah.
The destination could have helped that urge, and this guy was blocking you, and you went, fuck you! And the guy was like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
And no one was mad at you for doing that.
No. You started laughing right away.
Oh, instantly. And then Tim Allen had those jokes about, I think the one joke I remember, he said, in Michigan, it's so fucking cold, you hire a hooker to blow in your hands. And you're like,
I totally forgot.
Everybody in the room was like, that's a stupid fucking joke. And we're all like, all of us college peers, like, oh, it's so fucking
yeah.
You get us, Michiganders.
Yeah, because he's from there.
He's from Grand Rapids, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
He was a lot more sweary than I thought he would be.
Yeah, he was dirty.
I thought he was like old Eddie Murphy, or like way back when, like early Eddie Murphy.
Yes.
Which I'm not against. I swear all the time, but I was just like, damn.
Yeah.
And then
it was every sentence pretty much. A couple times a sentence.
It's an emphasize or a heightened. You can just use it to bring things out. Actually, I don't have it here. Rachel Kredoff made me a poster and gave it to me in graduation. Embroidered flowers that just says "fuck" because I say that all the time. I'll send you a picture. It's at work right now. It's in my desk, like in the wall. Because I say all the time, and she's like, I don't get why you need that word. And I was like, I need it. I don't know why.
Yeah, that is so crazy that she did that.
Yeah, she thought. I mean, we're good friends, but she doesn't swear. So for something so opposite,
Yeah,
it's just But that was a good trip, dude. That was an awesome trip.
that was a great trip.
It solidified, like, hey, this is the place to be for narrative filmmaking. And I was like, I don't want to be here.
Really, you came.
I didn't. No, it was so big, so populated, so busy. It was like New York, just a little less busy, in my opinion, than New York. And that wasn't for me, man. I couldn't. I could breathe, but it was just like, so busy.
Yeah.
Like, we stood in a parking lot after Tim Allen's show, and Rachel, what's his name? Mark Olson, and watched cars bottom out into the parking lot where the show was, because the earthquakes, the asphalt. There's so much. It's so busy. It's expensive. It's hot. The ocean's right there, which is freaking awesome. But I don't know. That wasn't what I wanted. LA was not what I wanted. That's me personally.
Yeah, I think that I'm delusional about my desire to live in LA.
What do you mean delusional?
I really desire going to LA and making it work. I really desire purchasing property or renting property in LA or around and trying to make that work for comedy. But I think that if I were also to live there and try it out, I would probably end up really hating it.
That's the caveat, man. That's the opposite side of the coin. So you keep saying, I want to go there and make it work. Those three words, man, are huge when it comes to LA. That's like every actor. It's the whole La La Land phase, man. It's, I want to go to New York and make that work. I want to go to LA and make that work. It's just, for me, I didn't want to make Nashville work. I just went where work was.
Yeah.
Now, for your situation, you being a hilarious motherfucker, LA makes sense, right? Because it's a place of the Laugh Factory's there. There's like so many freaking things. Isn't there? That's where it is, right?
Comedy Store and Laugh Factory.
Yeah. I mean, that's the place to be. But man, it's expensive. And Nate Drinzinga and Paul Rice live there. I think they used to at least.
And Holly.
Oh yeah, Holly Gillisy. God.
And
Den Orly.
No? She lives in Vegas, I believe.
Oh really? I'm there all the time.
Really?
I don't hate a place more than Vegas.
Wow.
Let me tell you that. I live everywhere, but like I've been there on a number of shoots for work, and it's too busy, too much alcohol, too much drugs, too much smoke smelling. I just can't do it. And also, this is another little side thing. I was on a work trip for an event this last November. I had my girlfriend out for a couple days at the event, and there was one night everybody got smashed, went gambling and smoked and all this stuff. I was like, sorry, I'm gonna go edit. And I went and edited. That night, I had the worst throw up convulsion of my life. I had dry heaving. I had throw up. I had all this stuff. I felt like I had hypoxia. It was terrible. Went to the hospital, missed work the next day. And at that point, I was like, fuck this place.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it. Anyways.
I've never been. Is that the furthest this way that you've come?
Oh, no, man. I mean, we went to LA.
Yep.
But no, my dad grew up in Newport Beach. That surfboard has been there. That snowboard's been in Vancouver. So that's the snowboarding. That's the most west, I think. That's up in Canada. I've been to Portland.
Have you really? I didn't know you'd been to Portland.
That was in my previous job. Portland, Oregon had a convention for Walking Dead that we went to. And I loved it. That was a city that I did like. That's the first time I rode a bird scooter. I saw bagpipes in Portland that were pretty dope. What do they else have in Portland?
When was this?
Oh, man, a year and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
This would have been maybe 2 years ago. It was one of my first shows at that previous company. And then I also San Jose. That's that side.
Okay.
But, yeah, luckily I've been able to be a part of companies that are sending me different places, which is getting me my eyes wide open, showing me places that I do want to be. I mean, West Coast is my coast. I just don't like the East Coast mentality. It's just my opinion.
Yeah. You strike me as a West Coaster for some reason.
Even though I'm a fast-talking, nasally motherfucker, I just really I like trees, I like laid-back attitudes, and I like the Pacific.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's not the vibe that you give off either.
Isn't that weird? I'm a high-strung dude.
Yeah.
I'm not a surfer. Like, I'm not here, dude. I'm really enjoying this show, Colin.
Yeah.
That's not it at all. As a whole, I don't vibe with that mentality. But that area of the world is just perfect. I was just camping in the Smoky Mountains, and I could live in that area in Portland, in Utah or Colorado or Wyoming. Well, not really Wyoming, but that would be. I have bad experiences there too. It's freaking high desert, man. Not my fan.
Well, please let me know next time that you're over. Like, even if you go to frickin' Idaho.
Yeah, dude.
Like, I would meet you. My car is built for long drives.
What's your car?
2010 Chevy Impala.
Ooh, I like Chevy Impalas.
It's been all up I-5, which goes from Canada to Mexico, all through Cali up through Washington and Oregon.
You like it?
I love my car. Yeah.
We got to have a deep talk before. How much time do we got left?
About 10 minutes.
We got to have a deep talk, man. This whole thing's been about like simple topical things. I feel like we got to get somewhere deep, man. How are you? Tell me how Colin is. Let's get.
Am I? Well, I fear repeating myself because I've expressed myself in other podcasts about a little bit how I'm doing, especially with the quarantine. I feel like it put me in a place that I have never been before, but I also feel like it's redirected my career because it forced me to release content, or not forced me, but I seized the opportunity to release content that I've been doing for the past year. With the Salem Roundtable, with my website, I have ColinEverett.com, which I'm keeping updated as I do these podcasts, and I'm consolidating my whole body of work into one space, in front of and behind the camera.
Yeah.
That's how I'm professionally doing, I guess. But
that's taking its toll on you mentally?
Yes, because any other time where I'm not out working or doing a podcast, I am really just spending time with my family and my new puppy.
Whoa. You got a dog?
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, you told me about this isn't Cameron's podcast. I did know that. That's dope.
Yeah.
Well, for certain reasons, I envy you being able to spend time with your family. This isn't, I don't want to sound like a bitch here, but that is a quality I wish I could have. You're in quarantine, you're with them. I would give anything to have been there rather than here. Wow. That being said, my heart my family. My heart goes out to you though. You told me in text, you said, hey, I'm not doing the podcast days that I work. I thought, well, that's got to be because he needs some R&R. It makes sense, man. My heart goes out to you. You push yourself. That's good.
Yeah.
But it's not easy.
I do. I actually, it's weird to not have the feeling of like, oh man, I don't push myself, or because pushing myself, being in the, being inside the tornado of what pushing yourself is, feels like I'm never doing enough. That's why I'm pushing myself, because I'm not doing enough. Even though I do need my R&R, and I will have moments of playing Skyrim.
Oh, dude, I love Skyrim.
Yeah, dude, it is high art. Skyrim is such a beautiful thing.
Beautiful. It's character building. It helps you go on a journey. It's story. It's all these different side things. I can wait for Elder Scrolls 6.
When is that coming out?
I don't know. They had problems on it, but that not important. Back to your thing. I understand the whole creative process. I find myself, I have ADHD. Anyone watching this probably has figured that out by now. But as a whole, I gotta stop saying that. When it comes down to it, there you go. Not pushing yourself makes you feel lazy, and then you do more work, and that doesn't feel like enough because you want to keep achieving. But you have people in your life, Colin, that can back up this fact. Your work is good, and you've shown it to be good, and it keeps being good. But it's never going to be enough to you.
Yeah.
It's never enough to me. Nothing I do, whether it's how I stage myself or talk, is enough in the moment. But people around you, family or friends, or people who absorb your work, your comedy on social media, can back up the fact that you are doing enough. If it makes people happy, that's all you can do.
Sure.
It's more than I do. Christ, I feel like I'm more of a parasite socially than, because you want to walk into your room and make someone laugh. I want to walk into a room and someone think that I'm funny. That's two different things. That's so different.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
It is. You regurgitate things that you've intaken from
Oh, man. Dude, all day.
Yeah.
If you said something, dude, I'm a thief at jokes. There's a guy I used to work with. Maybe I'll link him in this. His name's Taylor Nelson. He's the funniest guy in the world. John Nelson. He has probably given me 20 funny nuggets. I have stolen 20 funny nuggets out of that 20.
Yeah.
I don't mean to. The word tight, literally, he says all the time, and I was like, you gotta stop saying that. That's a stupid word. And now I say it all the time.
Right.
There's little mannerisms that I take. You create content, I just take it. I'm like the Amy Schumer of our friend group. It sucks.
Yeah.
I'm here to say it. It sucks. There are a couple funny little whips here that are, from me, but no.
Yeah. No, you're so quick, dude. I'm totally being genuine in saying this. I consider you to be a high functioning genius. I really do consider.
Well, I appreciate that.
To be a genius.
I think I borderline on genius and dumbass in every single scenario, but that's commonplace, isn't it? You have to have one or the other. In certain realms,
is not going to make the smartest decisions. I mean, the genius aspect is not like so smart. It's just when I say genius, I'm talking about the frequency of thought pattern.
So fast.
Is so fast, and your like ability to understand what I'm articulating before I'm even done. Like you already know. That is just way quicker than I am.
It's a social. We're also smoking, but it's a social. It's a social thing. I definitely like perceiving what you're saying and regurgitating it back like a freaking new chicken. Did you ever see that typography I did in Tom Greenberg's class?
Oh man, that
it was the typography. Like Paul did one on a shark, like Jaws song. Rachel did one on Avengers, I think. I did mine on me talking. So I just talked in a minute, just record, talk. Wow. And just let my brain go. And in the recording, I said, I'm thinking about the next word I'm saying so I don't trip up.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm a genius. I don't think I'm smart. I think I'm a fucking stupid person. But my brain won't fucking stop. Yeah. I've tried Adderall. I've tried pot. Dude, it's like the Energizer Bunny. And one day it's going to like burn out and just like click. But for the time being, it's fast. It's like, oh, Cameron said this. He said this at a party at Hughes. He said, if I tried Coke, it wouldn't be to the level of brain activity Johnny's doing right now. And I was like, ouch, but okay.
Right. I think so. And that is a level of genius. Even if
I did Coke.
I don't know what would happen, dude.
You know, like how they use like nuclear like power reactors or like fusion reactors to power like cities. Yeah. I could power cities.
Sure.
Just like the squirrel in my brain that just goes, if I can just put that down onto paper and do something creative. That's the difference between me and Hugh and Josiah. I have a hard time sitting down and saying, here's something I have passionate about and making it creative. Usually I have to be handed an idea. Like you say, I have to steal it.
Yeah.
So someone gives me an idea and then I run with that. It's like school. They say, hey, here's the premise. Go run with that idea. I can't be like, hey, here's an idea. Backflip.
Yeah.
Man, that sucks. That just got me down. But that's fine. I'm already back. Now, what's your goal? How much time do we got left? Like 5 minutes? A minute?
Something like 2.
Okay. What's your goal? Yeah, we can keep it under an hour. What's your goal with this podcast? If you had this is why I'm doing it.
I have multiple of them. I have
Okay.
many reasons. I want to be a better listener, and I want to intake what people are saying and be able to offer my own assistance. Or some people just need the feeling of being understood, and I consider myself an intellectual and sympathetic, so I'm good with like understanding people's pain or struggles. I've been through a lot myself, mostly because of choices that I've made, and it's caused me to really strive to be honest and real about myself and not be, because I used to be different with every person, and I'm just now sinking into my own skin of I'm gonna talk the same way with everybody.
You saying you would play a character per person?
Yes.
That's like the Robin Williams approach, man.
Yeah.
That's a very tiring approach.
Yeah.
I understand also trying to be a listener. I have a hard time with that myself. I don't also have the drive like you do. You have the drive to try to fix that. I just don't. I just talk.
Sure.
That's it.
I want my Salem, Oregon friends to get to know my Michigan friends. I want to do an F is for Family podcast and even like just put my family on here. I want to go back and even find childhood friends who I knew when I was 6 or 7.
That's huge. I thought about that too, man. People, when you're sprouting into the small sapling that you are, that's your most pivotal, weak, vulnerable state. Those people that you met made the infrastructure, made the support that it's now the tree. You know, I'm a friend of you, but by the time I met you, you were already a tree.
Right.
You already had your opinions and your beliefs and stuff. I positively affected your life, but I didn't help you grow.
Yeah.
But those people when you were a kid, I've thought about that too, man. Those people are important.
Wow. I even want to do a Brazilian podcast and start doing, Portuguese episodes.
I told my girlfriend today, I said, I'm going to be on a podcast with Colin, and we're talking about like something, and I was like, he speaks Portuguese, and she goes, that's a weird trait or weird trick. I was like, yeah, he lived in Brazil for like 3 years. She goes, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. It was like 8 years. It was
8 years? Oh, God, I was off by half a decade. I'm sorry. I got another question for you.
Go ahead.
I've known you for years and years, and this is like the first time I've seen you in those years, and your hair has been down.
Down, yeah.
I'm so used to it being that cute little, boyish charm thing. What's going on? You liking that Bieber flow? You like it down, like the straight?
I'm waiting for haircuts to open back up.
Okay, yeah. Dude, I almost did man bun. Like mine's coming down.
Oh.
I was thinking about it, dude. I was like, hey, man, I could pull that off, but no.
I almost shaved.
Just like went for it?
Yeah.
My best friend did that. He looks stupid. If he's hearing this, Nate, you look stupid.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah, I told him.
Riley was
shaved. Yes, but then again, Riley's always like, he's never struck me as somebody that's like me, super anal about appearance. And he told me when we were first hanging out, first friends, he was like, I wish I had curly hair like you. I'm just going to start cutting my hair short. So when I saw that, I was like, he did it. Mm. If you cut your hair short, I think it'd be a shock to me.
Sure.
Like if I cut my hair short, would it be a shock to you? Like if I buzzed this?
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Just went straight bald.
Mm.
Anyways, want to cut it off?
I want to cut it off. I'm waiting for gyms to open back up too.
Well, I meant the call.
The what?
Oh. I meant the call. I want to stay as long as you want. Yeah. I want to sing as long as you want. I would be here all day.
Yeah. Well, I can end the episode and we can continue talking.
I'm down with that. I'm also down for gyms to open too. But
thank you so much, Johnny, for being on my podcast. I treasure my friendship with you and love you a lot. So
do that. Oh, holy! I got me emotional. Yeah. Colin, there's never been a funnier person in my life that has improved my quality of living like you have. I appreciate you and love you to death, brother.
Hell yeah! Thank you.
Right. Take it easy.
Bye.